we're back. My first guest this evening hosted Entertainment Tonight, and now he's one of the biggest new age music stars on the planet. His latest PBS special, One World, airs next month. You got to check it out. Please welcome John Tesh. What the hell are you wearing? What is that?
I heard
it's the ghost of Christmas past.
At the point when I heard that there were going to be poisonous snakes on, I put on every piece of clothing that I own.
There really is going to be some dangerous animals coming up in just a bit.
You know, the producer backstage says, "Okay, I have one last thing I got to tell you.
Right.
We'd like you to stay after you're part of the show." I said, "Okay, fine. There's going to be poisonous snakes on."
Right.
But don't worry, because they haven't struck anybody in a week.
Yeah, that's the case.
That's something for everybody to look forward to.
Well, it looks very nice. That's great.
Thanks. But just in case, because I have all kinds of stuff here.
Now, there's a lot to talk about. Valentine's Day, of course, coming up.
Yeah.
And I'm curious. I know that you're kind of famous. You have a great relationship with your wife, Connie. And I'm curious. You do these stunts, kind of, these big things to impress Connie. What's the biggest thing you ever did for her on Valentine's Day?
I rented a helicopter in Sedona, Arizona. We happened to be in Arizona at the time.
You've already beaten anything I ever did or ever will do.
Well,
I cut out a heart. I actually fold a piece of paper and cut half a heart and then go, honey, look! So you renting a helicopter's already got me beat.
Rented a helicopter and told her that I was taking her to see the Native American ruins up in the cliffs there.
Right.
And so as we were in the air...
Because the Native Americans love that.
Yeah. Hi!
How are you? Please leave us alone, Tesh.
Especially on Valentine's Day.
Tesh, come from Sky. Wearing long coat. All right, I'm sorry. Anyway, you told her that you were going to go see...
To see that. And so we're flying around, and all of a sudden we get near one of these mesas. And I worked this out with this helicopter company and with another company, a catering company. And so we're in the air, and all of a sudden you see this guy waving with like an emergency signal with a red flag.
Like he's in trouble.
Right, like he's in trouble. So she says, oh my gosh, what's that? And the helicopter guy goes, maybe we should check it out, you know? So we land, and the guy runs around a bush and comes out carrying a table, and then 4 waiters come out. With a 4-course meal. They set it right there on the mesa, and then they left us with a walkie-talkie and a fire extinguisher. I don't know what the hell that was for. And then...
You're going to end up eating it when the helicopter doesn't come back.
And then they flew away, and they said, we'll be back. And then as the sun went down, we had our dinner and with some wine, and then it came back and picked us up.
That's one of those things that in my mind would sound really romantic, but in reality... There'd be bugs, and it would be really cold, and...
You know,
yeah,
it was horrible. No, it was great, actually. The problem is it's still on my credit card. I'm still paying it off.
Yeah.
Like 365,000 easy payments.
One more concert at Red Rocks just to pay that off.
Just for that, yeah. So that was it. I haven't done anything big since then.
Yeah, well, you already put every guy out there to shame. But anyway, thanks. Thanks, pal.
No problem. I'm cutting out the hearts this year.
All the girls watching right now are like, why won't you do that for me? Who was that?
It's the helicopter sound.
Oh, okay.
Can I just say before we go on that Max on Max thing is the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Thank you. Thank you. That's the idea. There's the master right over there.
Is that going to be in the Television Hall of Fame thing?
It already is. Yeah, in a special room for adults. Big news. You fought Hasselhoff. You fought David Hasselhoff in the celebrity deathmatch tournament.
Yes, I did.
It's on MTV.
Well, you have to understand that I hadn't seen Celebrity. This was this past summer. I hadn't seen Celebrity Death Matches.
It's for anyone who doesn't know, it's a claymation special where they pair people up and have them rip each other's heads off.
And they don't ask you if you can do it. They imitate your voice and they have all this stuff. It's actually very funny. I didn't know about it. My pastor calls me up. Louis Lapidus, my pastor, calls me up and he says you're on Celebrity Deathmatch.
That's great that your pastor's watching
this weekend.
it.
I said, yeah, what are you doing?
Right.
Figured he was like praying for me or something, you know. So anyway, he says you're on. So I gathered the family around and I watched this thing.
That's a great thing to watch with the family.
Oh yeah.
Children gather. Father will be murdered in clay.
Exactly. Yeah. So it was really cool. They paired me against pitted me against Hasselhoff, and I lost the toss, apparently.
Right.
So they put sand in the ring and all kinds of beach toys and things like that. And so we were wrestling around, and I was in a tux and some sort of performing thing for concert attire. And so I grabbed an umbrella and stuffed it in his mouth and opened it up.
Right.
And his head exploded.
But that doesn't kill Hasselhoff.
No, it didn't. So I figured...
Hasselhoff doesn't need its head. It can keep living.
So I figured I had won.
Right.
Right? I figured it was over. But then that car that talks,
right.
that thing came out.
Kit
car, yeah.
Kit, yeah.
That thing comes out of the audience, lands on me, crushes me. I'm dead.
I'm sorry. Yeah. That's terrible.
But what was funny, though, was after I blew his head up with the umbrella, they had me walking around like this going, thank you, thank you. Your applause is music to my ears. I'll be at the Glendale Galleria all week. Thank you. So
Which you appreciated.
My 17-year-old son loved it. He said, I can't go back to school ever again in my life.
Now, we have to talk about One World, the PBS music special. This is you performing your music.
We basically took 13 songs on this record, and we picked a different city all over the world, and we collaborated with these great musicians, Celtic dancers, bagpipers. We collaborated with everybody but, I think, everybody in the free world.
Okay. You're lost, my friend. But let's take it. We have.
No, see, the thing is, I got caller ID.
I was trying to figure it out. What, was that bad, or was that... No, it's a joke on me. I got it. Thanks, man.
You know, the irony is they're best friends in real life.
Yeah, you're just waiting for your chance there, weren't you?
Well, you just thought the coiled snakes weren't out yet.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah, there's one right here.
Right there, baby.
Waiting to strike.
We should take a look at this. So we have a clip here of John Tesh performing PBS Music Special One World. Can we take a look at that clip, please? I had that ready in case you went after Andy.
I actually feel real bad now. That's right. I know we had that loaded up.
I knew that. I knew that. Like, you hit him just before I was about to get him with a chair. Yeah. I'm like, oh, Andy, no. I'm about to hit him. No. We have a real clip here.
But you know what's really cool, though, is that your producer said to me, hey, we got a big surprise for you when you get out there. I'm like, oh, great.
Yeah.
That was it, right?
It'll be a cake.
That was it. Cool.
No, we're giving you a car.
What's worse, that or being struck by the snake later?
No, you don't have to. Don't worry. The snake with this coat, you'll be fine.
Okay,
we should take a look at the real clip. This is the real clip from One World, the PBS Music Special. I promise.
Yeah. That's the real
clip.
That's great. Now you've ruined it forever. No one will ever believe anything that's on this special. Actually, this thing was
the real clip.
It is the real clip. I
know. No. It's not fair. Anything you do, anything we had shown at that point would have.
I travel around the whole world. You run the lurch clip, and I'm a dead man. Anyway,
just work a little lurch into the special.
Just very quickly, John Small, who's an amazing director, he's worked with Garth Brooks and Billy Joel and all that stuff. He dragged us all over the world to do all this stuff, and that was one of the performances with the Native Americans. There's like stuff with the Italian Symphony and all that, and so that's all I'll say.
Very cool. Yeah. And there's also I got to mention this, a CD, One World, which is in stores right now.
The lurch thing is on this too, so it's...
Yeah, Ode to Lurch, right back here.
Plus, there's some liner notes from Andy on there.
Oh, no, don't get him mad at you again. And then, of course, and look for the special John Tesh, One World on PBS in March. John, you're always a good sport.
It's been
and best of luck with everything. Thank you very much. John Tesh, everybody. Wait, there's more. Folks, I got to do something. Clyde Peeling coming up in just a minute. But first, I want to remind you that Late Night with Conan O'Brien is brought to you in part by Sprint PCS.
Yeah. I think a possible tour sponsor, maybe. You never know.
Load up the lurch clip.
I got to back this up or we won't get paid. Where was I? Oh, yeah, phony commercial guy. Late Night with Conan O'Brien is brought to you in part by Sprint PCS. The clear alternative to cellular. Sprint PCS. It'll help you go from this.
Hello? No, I can't hear you. What? I can't.
To this.
Hello?
I want a divorce.